Alrighty, so the video for today, this is going to be episode number 1 of Operation Be Less Fat. What I did, this video was recorded, or the workout that you're about to see was recorded on March the 1st, 2022. This is one of my leg workouts. The routine I'm doing today is a 20 rep squat workout. So I recorded all of my sets. I showed you my squat warm up, all the warm up sets I do up to my main working set of 20 reps, as well as all the accessory work I do. This isn't a workout that I would recommend everybody run out there and try. Maybe not in the manner that I did it, but it might give you some ideas on how you can kind of do it your own way. The reason I chose to do a 20 rep squat workout this day is because the goal is to be less fat, and the best way, one of the best ways to do that is to burn more calories than what you're taking in. And a calorie is basically a measurement of how much energy it takes to move a specific amount of weight. And the easiest way to move a lot of weight is to do a lot of reps. So that's what I did today. I'll go ahead and do my best to talk my way through the workout and give you some ideas of what's going through my head when I'm doing these things. And hopefully it all works out. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you later. Okay, so first of all, sorry about the camera angle. There's not a lot of places that you can set a full camera up in the gym and not be too much in people's way. But this is the warm-up that I do when I'm doing a squat routine. I start off with straight-legged deadlifts. I'll do sets of 10 to 12 of these. This is just to kind of warm up my entire body, my hamstrings, because those are usually really tight, my hips, my glutes, and into my lower back. I'll run through this routine 2 or 3 times before I start working out, just to make sure that my body's a little bit loose. So I go from there and I'll do some high pulls. This is just to try to get my shoulders a little bit loose, because when you're squatting, believe it or not, you do put a lot of stress on your shoulders. Keeping that in mind, I'll do some behind the neck press. Again, everything that I'm doing is 10 to 15 reps. Just trying to get loose, trying to get my body warm. I might even get a little bit of a sweat going during my warm up here. So from there, I'm going to move on to some really lightweight squats with just the bar. This is trying to warm up my legs, my knees, my ankles. Just trying to, sometimes I will kind of bounce these a little bit because I'm trying to get a stretch. Trying to get those tendons nice and warm so I don't have any injuries that spring up. And then from there, I'll go ahead and do some good mornings. Good mornings are pretty much to warm up my lower back and my hamstrings. Just trying to warm up everything that I'm going to use when I'm doing a squat workout. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and rack the bar, and I'm going to do some, I don't know what you call these things, like ankle rotations. I don't know if I did it in this video, but I tend to do 10 to 20 per one direction and then rotate the other direction, and I'll do the other foot. Just trying to get my joints nice and warm because I'm going to be using those for my squats. And like I said before, I'll do this whole routine 2 or 3 times before I ever start putting weight on the bar and get into my workout. Now we're going to get into my warm-up sets where I actually have a little bit of weight on the bar. Looks like I skipped over my 135, and this is going to be set of 5 with 185. I'm going to keep doing sets of 5 and just keep ramping up the weight. Now this is going to be another warm-up set. Things are starting to get a little bit heavier. This is where I'm going to do a set of 5 with 225. All right, this is going to be another warm-up set. We're getting a little heavier now. We're getting into 275. It's interesting watching these back. I don't get to watch myself squat very often. You can see that my heels are starting to come off the ground a little bit. That's because I have really bad ankle and heel mobility. My ankles are really tight. So as I squat down, my heel wants to come off the ground a little bit. It's not perfect form. All right, these are starting to get a little juicy. Now I'm going to do a set of 5 with 315. When I'm going to do a high rep squat, you're doing high reps with low weight. So I like to kind of prime the muscles by working up to a fairly heavy weight. I'm going to do one more set after this. That's going to be 365. So here's going to be my final warm-up set, which is going to be a set of 5 at 365. If I was going to continue to do sets of 5s as my workout today, I'd probably just work up to 405, and that would be my final set. So here's 365. It's actually moving pretty good. I must have felt pretty decent this day. It's starting to get fairly heavy, even for me at the level I'm at. Alrighty, so this is going to be my working set for the day on squats, and this is a 20 rep squat at 225 pounds. Generally speaking, if you want to start a 20 rep squat workout or routine, you want to start at about half, I think 45% to 50% of your max. And you do it for 20 reps, and then if you do this every week, I think I did a routine before where it was 3 days a week, every week for like 8 to 12 weeks. I can't remember. And what you do is you add 5 pounds either per week or per workout. I can't quite remember. I'm not going to go through the whole routine, like the 12 weeks with this. I'm just kind of doing it for fun today, if that makes any sense. But a 20 rep squat is pretty brutal, even if it's not heavy weight. Some of the workouts that when they talk about a 20 rep squat, they actually call them breathing squats, because it's not your legs that give out, it's your lungs when you're doing this many reps. So I don't know if you caught on to what I was doing, but I repped out 10 pretty quick. And then I took a couple breaths and did 2 more for 12. And then I'll take a couple breaths and continue doing 2 more until I get to 20. Alrighty, so on this day, I chose to go from my 20 rep squat, which I was pretty well crushed at that point, but I want to do some walking lunges. So I did 3 sets of 10 lunges per leg. So I walked out 10, walked back 10, carrying 40-pound dumbbells, which it's not super heavy, but it's actually pretty intense. This is where you really get the sweat going. And by the time I got done with these sets, I had sweat dripping pretty good. For the other 2 sets, I'm going to let them play and just have some music in the background. I'm not going to commentate. I don't think you need to hear me talk about all of my lunges today. You know what I am going to say? If you're wondering about the music in the background, I have to record these videos in the gym with no sound, because the PA is playing copyrighted music. So I record them with no sound, and then I went on YouTube and I found some music that I thought might work out for like workout style music. Let me know what you guys think of the music in the background, or if I should just let it go silent when I'm not talking. I think it kind of needs a little something. That's just my opinion. So I'm curious for you guys' feedback on that. Alrighty, so I'm done with the leg portion of the workout at this point. After warming up to a 20 rep squat and then doing all those lunges, my legs are pretty well fried at this point. I like to end every workout with some abs and some biceps. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, I did not record the biceps because it was just corny standing in front of the mirror with all those people around. I'm not going to record those. But I did record all 3 sets of my leg raises. These are actually a relatively challenging exercise for me, mostly just because I'm so heavy. My arms get tired when I'm hanging onto the bar, my hands, my grip. That's really the most taxing part for me. It's not necessarily the ab training, although it is a very good ab exercise. If you're curious about my technique on these, I'm just trying to bring my legs up to parallel, or at least doing the best I can at bringing them up to parallel. If you're a little bit more advanced and maybe a little bit lighter weight than me, you might be able to go ahead and bring your feet all the way up to the bar. They call those toes to bar. I don't like to do things with kipping, and usually people who are doing toes to bar are doing it with kipping. Alrighty, so there you have it. That is my 20 rep squat routine that I'll do occasionally. I think I do legs on, what do I do legs? Tuesday and Friday. So what I'll probably be doing is a 20 rep squat on Tuesdays, and then on Friday, I'll do a standard bodybuilder split leg workout. I don't know. I enjoy doing the 20 rep squat workouts, but it's not something I'm going to do all the time. So I'll try to get another type of leg workout recorded so you guys can kind of get a different feel for things, different styles of workouts. For me, for my purposes, I'm not on a plan. It doesn't really matter. I'm not trying necessarily to build muscle and go step on stage, anything like that. I just want to be less fat. So I'm going to keep exercising, keep burning calories, go from there. Let me know what you guys think of the video, how it kind of played out. What do you thought about the music in the background? Was it too loud, too soft? Just let me know what you thought of how it flowed, and then we'll decide whether or not we're going to keep doing these. So until next time, I'll talk to you later.